Have you read the Finance Bill 2024? Or have you taken time to look into what is contained there? Those are the some of the questions I'm receiving from a few people I try to interact with just to know if they understand what is happening here, or from the people who want to be politically light. They'll always tell you that go through the bill and find out that there is nothing so bad about it. And actually someone told me last night that the Finance Bill 2023 is far much worse than what we're having today in Finance Bill 2024. But come to think about this, do you really need to go through the bill to understand that the economy is on its knees? Do you really need to go through the bill so that you are able to understand that things are not in the right direction? There are so many people who would wish to join the generation that is demonstrating, but for so many reasons they are unable. But one thing is that a time has come whereby people are not rising against each other, but people are uniting so that they can fight for their right. And I would like to tell someone who is underrating the generation that is demonstrating, underrate them at your own peril. These people have come to the realization that they've been fooled for a very long time. And now, any chance they get to vent out the pressure they feel that has been hitting them, they're going to utilize this. For example, these people were told that we want to begin with you. During the campaigns, they were told that tunataka kuanza pale chini, we want to begin from down, going up. That meant that we want to create job beginning with the youths. But 2 years down the line, the youths are still so jobless. Why would these youths not go to the street and just say that we do not want this bill? Because the much you get revenues from taxes, the much we see these revenues being misused. And these youths are just so angry because every weekend you see people, you see MPs riding in motorcades, going to churches to contribute a lot of money. Where is this money coming from? Whereas youths are told there is no money to pay teachers. And yesterday also, I also saw people say that if this bill is not going to be passed, then the teachers who are on intern, the intern doctors are also not going to be paid. That is just a language that is used so that you people, you see that this bill needs to be passed. It's okay, the bill might pass, but I also want to applaud, the young people who have taken to the streets to talk to their government. Actually, majority of people on the streets are the people who voted for this government. People who had a lot of hope, people who felt that the Kenya Kwanza government is going to form the alternative government, actually the government of the people. During campaigns, there were a lot of promises, and people say now that this one who was associated with us, who feels the pain. And actually, I remember during the campaigns, they were saying, these people who are in the government now do not know the pain they are causing you with hiking of the fuel prices. What happened after they came into power? Fuel prices skyrocketed. Then the taxes. In 2023, personally, I was for the finance bill. I usually used to talk to people and tell them, why can't we give our government, the government that we love so much, some more time so that they can actualize their ideas? Why can't we give them time so that they raise the money they feel they want from whichever way, from whichever source they feel? May it be housing levy, may it be increasing what? Personally, I felt that this government is going to perform. But what has happened now 2 years down the line? Has the pain, has the burden been eased from the common man? As the economy, can the common man feel the change of economy? Can the common man feel that things are now better? I don't know what's happening to you, how you feeling from your place. But I can tell you the truth is that things have changed from bad to worse. And that is where you'll see that the generation that is here now has risen up. They just want to say that enough is enough. We now want to talk directly to our government and to our MPs. And actually, you saw what happened yesterday. Our MPs no longer represent the common man that they are purported to represent. Once they get to the parliament, they forget about you, and now they start propagating the ideas of their political parties. You saw the Kenya Kwanza MPs anonymously pass the bill. Then you saw the other people, 115, who did not pass the bill. Does this mean that the MPs were elected so that they can propagate the ideas of the party? It's not how it's supposed to be. The MPs are supposed to listen to the common mwananchi, listen to the ground. And actually, looking at the streets, millions of Kenyans, millions of young people flocking the streets, I don't see a reason as to why you people that are elected, you cannot tell your boss that we are going to pass this because it is the administration's wish for us to pass the bill, but things are tough. Things are bad to the common mwananchi. That is why you'll see now youths who have nothing to lose. They are flocking the streets. Youths who are promised jobs. Youths who are promised that things are gonna change. Now they are flocking the streets because things did not work out the way they were told. And as I've said earlier, if you want to underestimate them, then do that at your own risk, because that is how revolution begins. And if you ask me, personally, I had a lot of hope in this government. I felt these are the people who understands us. These are the people now, that the government of the people, for the people, by the people. People who would say that this is what these people have been going through under the other government, and we are here now to offer something better. But what is happening? There is a lot of chest thumping in our government. You see people tell you that, like the other time we saw the government that was chest thumping about the BBI, that hii kitu lazima itapita. But now we see a replica of the same, that pass this bill. It's like life depends on this. And what are Kenyans saying? Kenyans are saying that we don't want more taxes. Actually, these taxes are, it's like a punishment. You're punishing Kenyans. Actually, looking at someone's payslip, you'll wonder. For an average man who earns maybe, let's say, between 50,000 per month, 60,000, you'll see that the greatest part, the deductions are bigger. The deductions are far much bigger than the net, than the earning itself. And then there is a lot of double taxation. You pay your pay as you earn, housing levy, NSSF size, you know, kufika pesa ngapi, and a lot of money. Then when you go to buy items, still you are also taxed. You pay value added tax, what do you pay? So at the end of the day, you find that these Kenyans cannot even afford to put a plate on their table. And then when enough is enough, that is where you'll see that millions of Kenyans are flocking the streets. If you ask me, is it right what they are doing? I would tell you that if there is a government that cares to listen, actually they would pause the discussion on the Finance Bill 2024 and listen to these Kenyans. Someone was telling me that the contagious issue was about the tax being added to the bread and about the money transfer kwa hizi simu kama M-Pesa and other mobile money. But whatever you do to other things, whatever you do to whatever I'm feeling about the fuel levy, about other things are going to be taxed. Let this government first show us what have they done the 2 years they have been in power. They have collected a lot of money. What has this money been used to do? We've seen people now who we thought doing what? Carrying bags of money, like they want to mock the youth. You go with a lot of money to Harambee. Why can this money be used in the right way? Why can this money be used to build and construct business hubs for the youths? The youths are tired, and since now that the youths do not have any other job to do, the only work they have is to demonstrate. The only work they have now is to tell the government, you promised us this. Why are you not delivering? And actually, people think that the Gen Zs have got no objective. Actually, they may not understand a lot of what is contained in the bill, but they are using this now to vent out their pressure, to tell the government, you've let us down, to tell the government that whatever you told us is not what you're doing, and you've behaved just like the other politicians. Actually, I would tell people, if a politician tells you this, don't listen to what the politician is telling you. Actually, pay more attention to what the politician is not telling you, because actually, at the end of the day, that is what they do. But now, this government, 2 years in power, there is nothing you can show us what you've done. Actually, there are no projects you can see. There is nothing. The cost of living is skyrocketing. The taxes are like you work for the taxes. And one thing you really need to know is that tax should not look like a punishment. Tax is our obligation. And when the common man asks uh, to see what the taxes they've been paying has been doing for them, then the government is not even able to say, this is what you've done, this is what you're going to do. Actually, it's promises after promises. The government promises you this, then they promise there, they forget that they promised you. So the government, what actually the youths are telling you is that kindly stop the talk and walk the talk. Deliver to the promises that you make. Because you continue making more promises, the youths are tired. And now the youths feels that they've been pushed to the wall, and now it's their time to fight back. And this is not going to end because the youths hawana kazi. Ile kazi sahi wako nayo kuamka asubuhi, kuandika placards na kwenda kwa streets. So the government, if you really cared for these people, listen to them. I know the finance bill is going to be passed because now I understand is it the second reading or the third or the committee stage? You're going to pass it, but don't underestimate these people you see in the streets. Last night, even they chose to spend their night in the rains and in the cold just to pass a message. If you are carrying government, whereby we feel that you've lost grip with the common man, you've lost grip with the youths, and it's so dangerous. If you find a government that has lost grip with the young people, who forms actually the 80%, what happens when the electioneering period comes? These people are going to divert. And actually, the people on the street have said at the beginning of this video are the people who voted for this government. Hopefully that things gonna change. But things have not changed. Now, what do? We go to the streets. And someone asked me, are you for the streets? Are you for what? I said I wish I was able to go there. But I'm liking the energy I'm seeing with the young people who are saying now that since Article 1 of the Constitution tells us that the power belongs to the people, now let's exercise the power. Because the people that we elected to represent us did forget. Wakaenda to represent their own interests and to represent the executive. Now what do? We put on our marching boots and let the boots hit the street. And this thing is not going to end well. And if you are carrying government, kindly listen to this and let the people around you tell you the truth. The economy is hurting. People have got no money. And the little that is left, you're taking it by force. People who are in business are locking down the business because it's no longer profitable. Now what happens now that we are on the street? Yesterday I saw what was happening in town. Businesses were closed. No one would dare to open his business when there are rioters in the streets. This one will also have an adverse negative effect to the economy. And the government does not want this. So government, listen to these people. If at all you want to have a smooth running, listen to these people. Hear how they want to tell you. But if you want to just dump, things are not going to work out very well for all of us. And you would wish a country where there is peace, where business people can run their business peacefully, where those people are going to work can have a very conducive environment to work, and that is how things are going to be out profitable. But if you don't listen to them and listen to what they are telling you, you can wait. There is a lot of things are happening, and these youths are just hungry. Kindly look at their grievances, because you are slowly and steadily losing the grip for the youths, and it's not going to end up very well. They're going to tell you that you promised this, you haven't delivered. So, government, this should sound as a warning. Although we are not in a position to warn you, we are just trying to give us a listening ear. Listen to what the youth have to say. These youth will never get tired because waliambiwa tunaanza pale chini Now, ile chini, it's not, we are not starting there. What we see is that now millionaires have been made. The millionaires that were there, the politicians now, and used to ask us, tuanze na mwananchi wa kawaida ama tuanze na wanasiasa? We would shout, wananchi wa kawaida. But what we see is that whatever has been built is empires for the MPs, empires for the political class. And you would see someone talking, yesterday I saw a certain person, I think he's a minister, who say that these people are being used by activists, atinatembeanga kwa vilabu naona wamesota, so they want money, and you'd really wonder, is this a leader? So the kind of chest dumping that is there, that is what is making people so annoyed. That is what is making the anger within the youths, is that my youths hawana job, my youths biashara wamejaribu kuanzisha, they are not working, and now you see a lot of chest dumping. So what am I telling you? As the government, we hoped, we had a lot of hope for. What I'm telling you is that listen to the young people, listen to them, wanasema nini, so that you don't lose grip. And remember that you are left with 3 years. If this continues for the next 3 years, then you can be assured that it will take a lot of energy for you to regain their trust that is slowly fading away, for you to regain the grip that you used to have. Just concentrate on making life bearable. Other things can wait, but make sure that these youths have got jobs, these youths that are able to earn something. If they're in businesses, make the business environment conducive for them, and then punguza. They are saying punda amechoka. You want to tax everything? No, just listen to them and know that these people that supported you are the same people now who are saying that we were taken for a ride. So what is my take? My take is that these people who are on the streets are not going to die any soon, irrespective. Hata bill ikipitishwa, they will just have marked, and mark you, they will not forget. Kenyans forget so easy. Mark you, come 2027, these people are not going to forget. They're going to remember, and it will be a landslide. So serikali, if I were you, I would listen. Thank you.